Welcome back to my channel. I am Tamika Thompson and I am the owner and resume writer at Thompson Resume Writing Company. And for this video, I'm going to be explaining what the heck an at-will state is and what is at-will employment. So if you are subscribed to my channel, then you know that I have opened up in multiple videos about the fact that I have been fired. And it has happened several times. I'm not ashamed to say it. It is my story. It is what it is. But after the second or third time that it happened, it caused me to do some research about Illinois unemployment laws so that I could better understand and know my rights as an employee and what companies can legally do and what they cannot do. And this is something that I feel like every worker across the United States should know. So without further ado, let's get into what the heck at-will states are and what the heck at-will employment is. Simply put, at-will employment means that an employer or a company can terminate your employment for any reason at any time without notice, meaning they do not have to give you a heads up or any type of notice that you are getting fired or you may be getting fired soon. So if you walk out of work on Friday and you come into work on Monday and suddenly you're pulled into the office and they're letting you know that they're letting you go, you may be thinking, well, aren't they required to let me know ahead of time, and why didn't they say something on Thursday or on Friday? Why didn't I get some sort of a warning, or why didn't I get a write-up, or why did it immediately go to getting fired? It's because they can. On the flip side though, this does go the other way around. So employees also can terminate their employment without notice for any reason at any time. Now this can include rage quitting, aka quitting on the spot. This can also mean that you resign on the day of your last day, which I have done this in the past as well. Like I have, given my notice at the end of the workday. There was no 2 weeks. I was just up and out. So in the same way that employers can terminate our employment or fire us at any time for any reason without notice, we can also do the same. So as an employee, you are not obligated to stay at your job. Even if you don't feel like you're getting fired, you can leave for whatever reason you so choose, and you do not have to let the company know. And I did record a video on this, on whether you should or shouldn't give a 2 weeks notice. If you're thinking that you have to give a 2 weeks notice, I have news for you. You don't. Think about it. When a company lets us go, they don't give us a 2 weeks heads up. Heck, they don't even give us a 10-minute heads up. Taking that example, you yourself are not obligated to let an employer know that you are job searching, that you have accepted a job offer, and that you will be leaving. And something else to note is that companies do not have to give a reason why they are letting you go. So I know one time I had gotten fired from this job and they didn't tell me why. Because for me, it came out of left field. It came completely out the blue. And so I was like, okay, well, why? Like I was on my Cardi B, I was having a Cardi B moment. I was like, okay, well, what's the reason? Like, what's the reason? Like, why? And they were like, we're not going to disclose that to you. We're not going to tell you, but you just won't be working here anymore. And that was just crazy to me, like how a company can just let me go and not at least tell me why. And I'm thinking, well, did I mess something up? Did I not do something? Did I do something wrong? Like I legit had no reason. That was not illegal, contrary to my belief at the time, because I was ready to set the world on fire. And I was like, I'm gonna, sue them. I'm gonna get a lawyer. I'm gonna fight for myself. When I learned that at-will employment means that they do not have to give a reason, I was like, crazy. In the United States, at the time of this video being recorded, which is August of 2023, all states have at-will employment with the exception of Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, and Rhode Island. So this means if you stay in those states specifically, you do not have an at-will employment law. Now, even though companies can let us go at any time without notice for any reason, there are some instances where you actually may be able to obtain a lawyer and file a lawsuit if you experience one or more of these instances. So number one is discrimination and or retaliation. So when it comes to discrimination, if you feel as though you were let go and that has something to do with like your sexual orientation, your race or ethnicity, your gender, anything like that, and you have actual evidence of the fact that they may have let you go because of that, you can absolutely file a lawsuit. Also, retaliation. So if you feel as though you were fired for reporting something or flagging something or bringing something up to management and you feel like they handled it by getting rid of you or firing you, letting you go, that is grounds for a lawsuit, especially if you have, again, evidence, which can include emails and maybe performance reports, text messages, things like that, that can back it up. Number two is if you refuse to do something illegal or immoral or unethical. So maybe they asked you to lie on some important financial documents and you refused and said you weren't going to do it, and they fired you or let you go and you feel as though that's the reason even though they didn't say it. Again, you can obtain a lawyer and take them to court. Number three is a contract violation. So if when you were hired in your employment contract or in some sort of an agreement that was made when you were first hired, if something was broken, a clause was broken, or an agreement was broken, and it goes against the at-will employment law, you can fight that. And last on this list is fraud and misrepresentation. So maybe they lied to you about something, or they hid something, or was doing something, dirty or illegal behind the scenes, and you found out about it, and maybe you blew the whistle to whomever. Maybe you contacted the Better Business Bureau or something like that, or you flagged the report, or you brought it up to who the appropriate party is and kind of alerted someone that this company is, fraudulent and they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, and you were fired or let go or terminated as a result of that. Again, you can fight that. So that's a quick overview and a quick description of what at-will employment is. Again, if you are in an at-will state, this is something that you need to know. So when you find yourself suddenly without a job, you get fired, you get terminated, especially if it's out the blue, depending on the circumstances surrounding that, you may be able to, again, file a lawsuit and fight it. If you can't, at least you know what it is and you understand your rights as an employee, and you know what companies can and can't do to you. I hope that you found this video helpful. If so, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. If you have any additional questions surrounding at-will employment, I will do my best to answer them. You can go ahead and drop them in the comments down below. If you need assistance with your resume, feel free to reach out to me. My email address is hello@thompsonresumes.com. You can also visit my website at www.thompsonresumes.com for more career, resume, and general kind of like HR information from me. Connect with me and follow me on social media. My social media handles are in the description box down below, and I also have an email list that you can subscribe to, and the link is also in the description box down below. If you're watching this video but you're not subscribed to my channel but you found it helpful, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so that you can join my growing YouTube community, and I will see you all next time with another video. Bye!